Welcome back, students. Myself Sir Sunil, your physics teacher. Good morning to one and all. How are you, students? Fine? I hope you all are fine, okay? And we are discussing our chapter motion. From this chapter today we are going to discuss effect of change in place on mass and weight. Effect of change in place on mass and weight. I know you are eagerly waiting for this class, okay? Because we have started on this topic. And now please take out your book and watch the video carefully. Okay, students, here is our topic, effects of change in place on mass and weight. The mass of a body remains constant everywhere and weight can be changed. Yesterday we have discussed the difference between mass and weight. Yesterday we have discussed. Okay, students, which one can be vary? The weight can be vary, but mass is a constant. Weight can vary, but mass can be constant. And weight can be zero also. Weight can be zero also. The mass of a body remains constant everywhere on the surface of earth or on any other heavenly body. The mass can be constant, but the weight of the body changes. Weight of the body changes from one place to another because it depends on the force of attraction. It depends on the force of attraction of the earth, gravitational force. Weight depends gravitational force that it will vary from place to place. For example, the mass of a body is same on the earth surface as well as on the moon surface. Clear? The mass of the body is same as earth surface as well as in the moon surface, I told you. But the weight of the body on moon surface is 1/6 of the weight of the body on the earth surface. Because the force of attraction of moon on that body is 1/6 of the force of attraction exerted by the earth. Okay, students. Now, what is the difference between mass and weight? First one difference. It is the quantity of matter contained in a body. Mass is the quantity of matter contained in a body. Same time, what is weight? It is the force with which the earth attracts the body. It is a force with which the earth attracts the body. That is called a gravitational force. That force is called a gravitational force. And second point, that is the SI unit is kilogram in case of mass. The SI unit of mass is kilogram, we have discussed. But same time, the SI unit is here in case of weight, that is Newton. And another unit is kilogram force, that can be written as kgf. Okay, the SI unit of weight is Newton, another unit is kilogram force. And also we can say that 1 kgf is equal to 10 Newton nearly. 1 kgf is equal to 10 Newton nearly. Next, it is constant for a body and it does not change by changing the place of the body. What? It is mass. Clear? Mass is a constant for a body. Mass is constant always and it does not change. It does not change by changing the place of the body. But in case of weight, it is not a constant value. it is not constant for a body. Weight is not a constant for a body. It changes from place to place. It changes from place to place. And next one, the mass can be measured by a beam balance. Mass can be measured by a beam balance. Same time, the weight is measured by spring balance. Mass can be measured by beam balance. Weight can be measured by spring balance. Okay, students. Now we are going to discuss some solved examples here. Some solved examples. Okay, students, please take out your rough copy. Clear? Okay. Our first question is, you just read the question. A boy walks first a distance 0.5 kilometer in 10 minutes. A boy walks first a distance 0.5 kilometer in 10 minutes. Next 1 kilometer in 20 minutes. Last 1.5 kilometer in 30 minutes. First time 0.5 kilometer in 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes he is covered. And 20 minutes took for 1 kilometer. Then 30 minutes took for 1.5 kilometer. Is the motion is uniform? Is the motion uniform? That's the question. Find the average speed of the boy in meter per second. We know that. Clear? How to find out speed? Distance upon time. We can use the relation v is equal to speed, v is equal to d upon t. Here, in this question, the motion of a boy can be considered in 3 parts. Okay, motion of body can be considered in 3 parts. In the first part, the distance is 0.5 kilometer. Time is 10 minutes. So we know that the relation speed is equal to distance upon time. Here it is given the distance and time 10 minutes. So just divide this both. 0.5 kilometer divided by 10 minutes. We will get the final answer here, the speed, that is 0.05 kilometer per minute by calculating this one. Now our second part. The second part, what is the distance? Distance is 1 kilometer is covered and time is 20 seconds. Then divide 1 upon 20 minutes, distance upon time, by using the relation. What the answer will get? 0.05 kilometer per minute. And third situation, distance is 1.5 kilometer, time is 30 minutes. Use this relation, speed v is equal to distance upon time, and substitute the values d and t. You will get the answer here also 0.05 kilometer per minute. So, in these 3 cases, the answers you see 0.05 kilometer per minute, 0.05 kilometer per minute, and third also 0.05 kilometer per minute. The speed is always same here. Speed is same in these 3 cases. So we can say that the speed of the boy remains same throughout his journey. Hence, his motion is uniform. Now 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Average speed of the boy. How can we find out the average speed of the boy? First, convert this kilometer into meter. Kilometer into meter, we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 minute is 60 seconds. Okay. So, substitute these values here and we will get the answer 0.83 meter per second. Now, second question is, a car travels. Here we are going to consider a car. A car travels 100 kilometer with a speed of 50 kilometer per hour. And another car covers 20 kilometer with the speed of 20 kilometer per hour. Is the motion is uniform? Is the motion uniform? Find the average speed of the car. As the speed does not remain constant throughout the journey, the motion is not uniform. See, the distance, the speed does not remain constant throughout the journey. Clear? The speed. Clear? You can see that here the speed is different. Here is 20 km per hour, here 50 km per hour. That's why, as the speed does not remain constant throughout the journey, the motion is not uniform. From the formula, speed v is equal to d upon t, we can try to solve this problem. The journey of the car can be considered in two parts. The journey of the car can be considered in two parts, like previous problem. In first part, distance d is equal to 100 km. The speed is v1, that is 50 km per hour. So how can we find out the time? The time can be found out by the relation time t is equal to distance upon speed. Distance upon speed. We know that the distance is 50 km and distance is 50 km. Sorry, the distance is 100 km and the speed is 50 km per hour. Divide this both, will get the answer 2 hour. 2 hour is taken. In the second part, same as it is, distance is 200 km and speed is 20 km. By using the relation T2 is equal to D2 upon V2, second time we are going to find out the time. We know that the relation distance upon speed. Here the distance is 200 km and speed is 20 km per hour. So by dividing these both, we will get a 10 hour. In first part, we got the answer 20 hour. Okay, students, to find out this average speed, total distance travelled we have to find out. Total distance travelled, that is 100 km per 200 km, that is 300 km. Total kilometer. Total time taken 2 hour plus 10 hour, that is 12 hour. So now we can start to find out the average speed. Average speed can be found out by using the relation the total distance travelled upon total time travelled. Total distance, that is 300 km here, total time 12 hour. Then dividing these both, will get the answer 25 km per hour. Okay, students, now our next question is, a train travels from Agra to Delhi. A train travels from Agra to Delhi with a constant speed of 50 km per hour. Okay, students, 50 km per hour, and returns from Delhi to Agra. With a constant speed 40 km per hour. A train travels from Agra to Delhi with a constant speed of 50 km per hour and returns from Delhi to Agra with a constant speed of 40 km per hour. Find the average speed of the train. We know that the relation V, speed is equal to distance upon time, then time is equal to distance upon speed. Clear? Suppose the distance between Agra and Delhi is d km. From this relation, we can write V is equal to d upon time, otherwise time is equal to d upon V, distance upon speed. The first part of the journey from Agra to Delhi, the speed V is equal to 50 km per hour. Time taken is equal to T1 is equal to d upon V1. The value d we don't know, distance we don't know. Okay, so we can write d as it is. So here we will write d km upon 50 km per hour, because speed we know. So what it is time now? Time is d upon 50 hour. The second part of the journey from Delhi to Agra. From Delhi to Agra, speed is given. Now we are going to find out the time. Time T2 is equal to D upon V2. D we don't know. Then D upon 40 km per hour. Okay. Here we have substituted. Now final answer will get D upon 40 hour. First time is D upon 50 hour. Second one it is D upon 40 hour. Then total distance travelled. How to find out? By adding both distances. We took the time, distance as D. So D plus D, that is equal to 2D kilometer. The total time of travel is equal to D upon, we have already found the time upside, okay. First part the time is D upon 50, second part of D upon 40 hour. So here we are going to add it, D upon 50 plus D upon 40, that is equal to 9D upon 200 hour. Okay, by doing the LCM method and all, we know in maths, okay. Find out the LCM and do it perfectly, okay. Then by doing the average speed, total distance travelled upon total time of travel, that is 2D upon 9D upon 100 hour. Clear? 2D. We can write 2D divided by 9D upon 200, okay. Then multiplying by this both, 2D multiplied by 200, clear, upon, okay, 9, okay. So final answer will get here 2 into 200 divided by 9, that means kilometer per hour, that is equal to 44.4 km per hour. Clear? Here once again this dd will cancel, okay, dd will cancel. Then by the cross multiplication we will get a 2 into 200 into 2, then 9. Clear? So we will get the final answer here 44.4 km per hour. Okay students, our fourth question is, a boy walks from his home to a post office at a distance of 0.5 km in 20 minutes. He then returns to his home and time 25 minutes. Find the average speed of the boy. Here it is given that distance of post office from home, that is 0.5 km, that means we know that 500 meter. Then total distance travelled for going and coming back, that is equal to 500 meter plus 500 meter, that is 1000 meter. Total time taken, that is 25 minutes plus 25 minutes, 50. Clear? Sorry, 20 plus 25 meter, that is equal to 45 minutes. Then how much second it is? 45 into 60 seconds, that is equal to 2700 seconds. Average speed can be found out by using the formula 1000 upon 2700 second, that is equal to 0.37 meter per second. Now we are going to discuss fifth question. Clear? A train takes 3 hours to reach from station A to the station B at a distance of 400 km and 5 hours in its return journey. Find the average speed. Same way, we have to find out distance between the two stations A and B, that is 400 km. Total distance travelled A to B and B to A, that is 400 plus 400, that is equal to 800. Then total time also given here directly. Then find out the answer by using this relation, total distance travelled upon total time of travel. By doing this one, we will get the answer 100 km per hour. The next one, the mass of a body is 20 kg. taking the pull of gravity on mass 1 kilogram equal to 10 Newton. Express the weight of the body in kgf and Newton. Mass of body we know that 20 kg, weight 20 kgf. Since 1 kgf is equal to 10 Newton, weight is equal to 20 into 10 Newton, that is equal to 200 N. Very easy. Now 7th question, a boy is of mass 40 kilogram. If the pull of gravity on 1 kilogram on the surface of the earth 9.8 Newton and at the surface of the moon is 1.6 Newton. Find first one the weight of a boy at the earth's surface, second one mass and weight of the boy at the moon surface. Mass of the boy we know that, and weight that is equal to 40 kgf. 40 kg is equal to 40 kgf. Since 1 kgf is equal to 9.8 Newton, weight is equal to 40 multiplied by 9.8 Newton, that is equal to 392 Newton. Okay students, at the moon surface, it is at the earth surface, then at the moon surface what will be? Mass of the boy will remain same as at the earth surface, 40 kg. But 1 kgf we know that is 1.6 we have discussed today. So weight is equal to 40 into 1.6 Newton, that is 64 Newton. So by this problem we are going to wind up today's session and also this chapter. Clear? And question answers and exercise part will be discussed in next class. Clear? Wait for the PDF. And today I am going to wind up this class. Thank you and have a nice day.